Another beautiful day. Welcome, respected sadhakas, respected shrotas, respected jignasus, respected mumukshus, respected bhaktas, respected shishyas of the Guru Parampara, respected viragins, respected dharma premi and sthapakas, and the loka premi and sevakas. Consciously, these nine identities have to be strengthened by us. They are complementary to each other. Few of them have to be done, and we can leave them and go for the higher ones. But whenever in the higher identities there is something lacking, we must know that it is because of again something lacking in the lower ones. Therefore, go back to the lower identities, set them right there, and come back. The final identities we have to have are the Shrota in us, the Jignasu in us, the Mumukshu in us. Whenever these three are not happening, something below in the other four identities, there is something to be corrected. Mm. In the same way, become conscious about this most necessary blessings to be invoked from all these five in different ways. In that blessings invoked all the time, what we have to do from our side also is there. Blessings means what? 50% what we have to do. Then only the rest will happen. That is how complete blessings. Without doing anything from our side, we can't get blessings. Always in every activity of the life. It is the blessing of the Bhumata and Jala Devata and Surya Bhagavan and Vayu to give us the fruits and the vegetables and grains. There's no doubt. But it is we who have to put that plant, put the water, and protect it. Again, it is the blessings of the Lord. As a Vaishvanara, he digests the food. But it is we who have to cook the food and eat. Same way, any number of examples if you take in life, our side what we have to do, then from the Lord's side he will do what he has to do. So here also, Shruti Mata blessings is our willingness to study. Then she will bless us. Again, Guru's blessings are our willingness to listen to what he says and do. Then his blessings work, their blessings work. Guru Parampara, Guru Tattva blessings. So too, when we do the Upasana regularly, making right use of the faculties, we deserve the blessing support of the Adhisthana Devatas. So too, the more we develop faith, Sharanagati, the more will be the grace of the Lord in removing little by little the layer of Maya. And finally, our Abhyasa that I am Brahman is the one I have to do to get blessings from the Brahma Tattva for our experience of it. So these 9 plus 5, let us be mindful about more and severely intensely. Today also, before Upanishad Adhyanam, what a beautiful topic. We are studying the essence of entire Vedantic thought, entire Upanishads synopsis, bird's eye view. In one para, Bhagavan Adi Shankara has given to us in this Sambandha Bhashyam, in which how the bandhana has happened and where do we stand now, how to get the moksha. Very clearly he has given with number of authorities. Yesterday almost we have seen it. We'll again browse through for our one more clarification or clarity today. Then go further with the study of the quotes. Let there be steadiness in our study, etc. Now, before doing that, like every day, a 2, 3, 4 minutes of thought is this one. Key, whether it is regarding outer world or the inner spiritual world. Mhm. What triumphs is truth alone. Satyameva Jayati or Jayate. Satyameva Jayati is there in the Upanishad mantra. In our emblem, we write Satyameva Jayate. So that is Parasmaipadi, it is Atmanepadi. So okay. Now, but there are these 4 5 things. One is what? Truth listening is different from truth understanding, isn't it? Truth understanding is different from truth acceptance. Truth acceptance is different from truth living. And finally, truth living is different from experiencing the truth. At every of these level, maturing itself is dignity of human beings. Many of us are not even interested to listen to the truth. We think what we know is the truth. What the less authoritative people tell, that is what is truth. That is how the whole life we go on conducting. Even if someone comes to tell us the higher truths, inner and outer, we refuse outrightly only. That is where we go wrong. Why this happens is only these two reasons. One, we are biased outside with the things, being, situations, and we are having our own preconceived notions inside regarding various experiences or the what do you say, the projections, imaginations in us. As long as these overpower us, so long as first step only we fail in not listening to the truth. Therefore, we have to be little careful. Start developing in us the unbiasedness, means not tilting towards anything for any reason. You know, experiences keep on coming in life, they go on. None of the experiences should influence us to tilt towards them or against them, whether the experiences are good or bad. Tilting is becoming biased. Once biased, all these 5 things. Either we don't listen to the truth, we may listen, but we don't understand it. And that fear comes inside because of that biasness. So at the listening level, we leave it. Sometimes we leave listening also. Leave. But then to listen to truth, to understand it, थोड़ा that biasness, whatever is there, we just keep it aside. बाद में देखूंगा तुमको. But let me, with clear perception, let me try to understand this said truth. Truths are spoken to us by the Shastras. They are the absolute truths, the reality, the relative truths regarding how the world is functioning, how we have to function in the world for our being safe, for the world being safe because of us. These are all the truths. Each one of them we are not going to detail here, not going to point out them. They are all known to all of us. But understanding the truth as truth is a really great achievement, isn't it? Like the truth is what? The respect to parents and elders. But we say no, but they are not correct, they are this, they are that. So many things we say. Dekho, but elders are always elders. Once or twice, sometimes because of their own some biasness of theirs, they may do something wrong. But doesn't that should not cancel the basic principle that the elders should be respected. This is the truth. But to understand this sublime thing, we have to be unbiased with our experience, which we gained with that elders. Maybe little better it is, isn't it? When we are biased, that coloring of any sort will not allow us to purely understand the truth. Ab dekho. Only after understanding there is an acceptance of it. And without understanding, acceptance won't happen. Many a times we understand again after that also the deeper biasness is creating the fears, do not allow us to accept the truth which we ourselves understood. Like serving the Guru, respecting, revering the Shruti Mata. These are all the truths. Did you understand or not? It is not difficult at all to understand. It is, but do you accept it? Isn't it? At the level of the acceptance, again so many of the fears, biasnesses will come. And therefore हाँ समझ तो आया लेकिन स्वीकृति नहीं हुई. सो सुनना अलग है, समझना अलग है, स्वीकार करना अलग है. After that only the fourth level of living the truth, LIVING, isn't it? Exactly, living the truth is wow. It is something a highest level of a person's life. Living the truths, and the living the truths values they go together. Living them is the one which shows us that we are transcending all temporarily happening things and the tentative biasnesses created by them. We are not biased, isn't it? Living the truth. Sometimes, like the living truth with electricity, living the truth with the fire, that with the naked hand, when they are held, they will give shock or burn. But when they are properly utilized, they will bless us so much. This is the truth heard, truth understood, truth accepted, and truth lived also. Throughout life we live. Therefore, 50, 60 years, every day we use the fire, every day we use the electricity, but we don't get any shock with that or burning with this. क्यों? वो truth को हमने जिया. We lived it. Therefore, the result of that has helped us. That's called as experiencing it. In the same way, just keep observing one's own mind. It has got the deep tendencies. Technically, they are called as the biasnesses, in other words, attachments, in other words, called as raga. Hai. What is the understanding here is every experience is momentary. It has its own cause. It has come to us. Now that experience is gone. That experience has to be nullified there and there itself. It should not be allowed to create any dent in our mind. Even the same experience 20 times comes, still it should not create any what you call impression in us. If we allow the impression to happen, then it makes our thinking tilted or biased. The moment thinking is tilted and biased, we can never understand the truth as it is. On the other hand, 100 times the truth in front of us is there. Every time we, on the basis of the biasness only, we try to understand it. In that effort, it is wrongly only understood. And therefore, every time our decisions, actions are wrong, then we pay for it in the form of failures or miseries, regrets, etc. So, whether it is spiritual truth, you know, listening to it, we have come up to that level. But understanding, we don't try because we are so biased towards our untrue world with our fascination for it, with our attachments to it, with the fear that they may go away. These things we don't utter with the mouth, but that is what the inner meeting goes on happening between the vasanas, between the mind, etc. And then they just call the intellect and say, अब तुम ना उनके साथ मत जाना. सुन तो लिया, but don't try to understand. So therefore, you and I have not understood so far the spiritual truth. We are listening, but our all the time when the next level of trying to understand comes, we are busy. We are kept busy by our preconceived ideas, notions, biasnesses in something or the other. This is where Bhagavan Rama has done in the evening class. He has heard truth. He took his own time without being biased in the Tirtha Yatra. He started thinking about it. That is why he has understood very clearly. Yesterday, one understanding of Rama we have seen regarding how we have to relate with the Artha Purushartha, the wealth. Today we'll see the entire life, then the Kamana, then Deha, like that, eight or nine very, very important topics about which unbiased way when we think, contemplate the truth of them, ki how when we value them, they bind us, that we come to understand. Then we have to be, once it is understood and beyond doubt, logically, it becomes common sense for us to accept it. Once it is accepted, then live that. Then we have to live the truth, isn't it? And there also again, at the time of the living, again these outer in biasnesses, inner notions. Inner notions means the senses of insecurities, fears. Whose are these insecurities and fears? Only of the Manabuddhi Chittadi Antakarana. In fact, what is the security about them? Why should we worry about them? They're all Prakriti, they're all Jada, they're all Maya. They're the most can be our Upadhis, that's all, isn't it? Like in the world, all our friends, relatives, family members, after all, what are they? They're mere Upadhis. If you don't know how to deal with them, how to relate to them, how to put our mind with check while behaving with them, and how to put them in check, then they all just become cause of our misery. How can they cause misery? They're only mere upadhis. उससे ज़्यादा क्या है वो मेरे ज़िंदगी में क्या मायना रखते हैं? Just they are all means upadhi. In the same way, our own upadhis, they are all. उसको हमें यूज करना है for higher purpose. Beyond that, they have no purpose to make us tilted, make us biased, make us go wrong in our thinkings, understandings about the truth. But these subtle things never click to us, क्योंकि for us, the life is very superficial at the body and objects level, which is animalistic. To become human, we have to start using our dimag and think. Only in the effort of starting to think that we will pierce through these superficial happenings or understandings and see the truths as they are. The more we become familiar with the truths and start accepting them and living them, lighter becomes the life.